Hello, hello, Instagram. How is everyone's evening going? I will be going live shortly here on Facebook as well. So just be patient with me while I get that all set up. I just want to make sure everybody have access to me. Make sure my camera's like a little bit funny, I think, because I can move it up and down. My son been in here playing with my head a little bit. So I just got through doing training. So I probably just messed it up even worse because I can't really see which direction I'm going. I hope you all really are enjoying your Wednesday hump day, right? So let me go ahead and start my live on Facebook so that everybody can see me, right? Today we are going to get in some goods because a lot of people have been trying to do network marketing, so I definitely want to get into that. So I am finally live on Facebook, everyone. Hi, good evening, everyone. I hope you all are enjoying your Wednesday, right? I already introduced Instagram to the program, right? I actually started them first, ladies and gentlemen, so I'm super excited. So before I get into the goods of why I'm even on here, right, I want to go ahead and introduce myself a little bit more. And let me turn this camera so you all can see my actual title. I'm trying to put it to where my head's not in the way, but my son was playing in my hair, so it's kind of stick up over the sign, if you all can see, right? My name is Diane Rambo. I reside out of the Las Vegas area. I'm also a serial entrepreneur and a single mother, and that can at times be challenging because sometimes I spend a lot of time in front of the computer doing distance learning or doing my businesses. So when I was training just a few moments ago, he actually literally was in here entertaining everyone by standing behind me and playing in my hair. So this is just the new way on how we are actually having to conduct business, especially online, because that's where we're doing a lot of our businesses at. So that's actually why I brought this series and doing this whole entire weekend, how you can actually build your brand through network marketing on social media platforms. So today we're going to go over YouTube, right? YouTube is the second, right? The second most widely used social media platform when people are doing searches, because it gives you what? A visual of what you're actually doing. That's why YouTube is a great source in content. It actually can kind of hurt you too at the same time. We'll go over the pros and cons, but I'm going to go over why you should be using YouTube and give you basically 5 reasons on why. So you definitely want to make sure you have a most effective video to be able to post about your business, product, or service, or even yourself, because some people like to brand themselves to get kind of a feel of their audience, and that's kind of what you want to do. We know that people are naturally going to watch TV. That's what they've been doing, especially during COVID. They're going to watch some type of episode, some type of movie. So that's why YouTube is widely used, especially now, is because a lot of people are just accustomed to already watching TV. We know we can reach over 1 billion, right? 1 billion users around the world by creating a video, right? So that's like 10,000 views per actually per generated view that actually is creating that 1 billion view. So you definitely want to make use of this. You actually can target an audience of 18 to 49-year-olds. That's majority of the population you definitely are reaching out to, that are literally already online clicking, searching for whatever. So I'm going to give you 5 keys on how you can actually market yourself on YouTube and use it to your advantage. Because ladies and gentlemen, I created a YouTube channel many ancient years ago, right? I only created it because I was a web designer at that time. At that time, I was creating content to put on a website, right? So I literally needed a way to convert video. That's the only reason why I created the YouTube channel. I did not know that it had evolved to become like the second most largely used social media platform in the world. So one of the key things you actually want to make sure you do, first of all, you got to start with a channel, some way, shape, or form. You want to come up with a strategy on how to create your actual channel, right? You want to come up with a name that's catchy, and you actually want to tie in your website to your actual name that you create your channel is. It just makes it easier for people to find you, right? You want to figure out who you want to reach on YouTube, what target audience you want to reach, exactly how you want to reach them, what type of content do you want to put out there that's going to help somebody. Again, your whole purpose of creating a channel in the first place on any type of platform is to make sure you find a way that you're going to be of service to somebody else, right? That's the only way that you really are going to get through to some people, right? You also want to set up your things and make sure you share content on a regular, consistent basis, right? Which brings me to number 2. right? The second most reason why you should definitely be using YouTube is you have to optimize your channel. What does that mean, right? You want to actually put enough information on your page that's actually going to inform people what that page is about, right? What kind of information, what product, what service you may be actually providing to somebody. Again, it must help them, right? You want to actually add art because, again, you're providing a visual aspect of your business, right? Some kind of catchy art. I know these cartoon artists are becoming really, really popular now. So they might draw an animated version of you doing some demonstration of your product or something like that. So that actually is really, really catchy. You also want to be very, very clear and concise on exactly what it is that your channel is about. It's real, real crucial you actually tell them, hey, I'm actually going to be advertising a health beauty product, right? Help with weight loss. Something to that extent. Give them information enough to be like, okay, I actually might tune into that, right? You might catch people that are, single mothers or even single fathers or mom groups, pa groups, whatever you want to call it, that are actually trying to lose weight, and they might actually Google, because it's actually all tied in through Google to where people are now finding videos put at the #1. So I'm kind of overlapping a little bit the pros and cons here, but you definitely want to optimize your channel as much as possible. Also, you want to provide as much contact information on there as possible. Your links to all your social media platforms, your website, whatever content you have that you want to tie your business into, you want to make sure you put that on your YouTube channel as well. Also, you want to play around with the Creator Studio. This is something, again, I only used YouTube ancient years ago just to edit videos. But now they got this whole Creator Studio. You can actually upload videos, or you can stream live from there, or you can use third-party services to be able to stream onto YouTube as well as other platforms at the same time. So you want to make sure you understand all of the buttons, basically how to basically manage your content. You can actually title everything, put it an age restriction on there if you want. There's a lot of different things you can do in Creator Studio to make it basically reach your target audience. So you want to make sure you play around in the Creator Studio. You want to set your channel up and a whole bunch of different things. Also, if you have the time to do this, I didn't know that this is something you actually want to do. You want to create a short trailer about what your channel is going to be about, right? Capture people's attention with the content. So do a short little trailer. It can be from your phone. It can be from, literally, you can record from anything. And actually just put it up there, especially if you're afraid to get in front of a live, then definitely pre-record and just upload it in the Creator Studio. It's another way you can definitely put your content out there and get people to say, hey, I actually might want to Google or channel into this person because they look like they might actually got what I need. And that's exactly what you want to do with the actual trailer. Now, the third thing you actually want to use YouTube for is you want to actually create your set. Now, you don't have to put a lot of money into this because YouTube is practically free, right? It's practically free to actually create your content, but you might actually want to start building into your brand. So you might start investing into lighting. You might start investing into the actual camera that you use, because we all know a lot of laptops, a lot of phones have different ratios on the camera. So sometimes the pixels might not be as good. So you definitely want to actually eventually maybe get your videos to look clearer. But at the very beginning stage, you literally just want to focus on your content. You don't care how it looks. You want to focus on the content that you're putting out there. So content is always going to be key, and the way your video is going to be the next thing you want to focus on. How it looks, how it sounds, right? If they can't hear you, they're gonna be like, this person's boring me, I don't know what they're doing. Or literally they can like you and be like, okay, I found some value into that, maybe I'll go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And they'll always catch your lives that way. So you definitely want to create content, create your set. You definitely want to use anything that you can record with. It can be an actual camera. It can be an actual video recorder. It can be your cell phone these days. It can be your actual laptop camera embedded into your laptop and things like that. You can use anything, literally. You can actually start adding backgrounds, right? You can add all these different fun things into your background to make it more fun, make it more appealing, make it look attractive, right? That's kind of part of your attractive marketing. So you definitely want to make use of that. Also, in YouTube, if you're not video conscious, or you're not ready to go live per se and be viewed by millions of people or billions of people in this aspect on a platform like this, you can actually create a PowerPoint in the very beginning, right? Again, you don't want to always do videos on just PowerPoints, but you can actually start out with PowerPoints, use them to kind of visually give them a taste of what your business or product or service is about. Literally, again, visualization is going to be very key. It doesn't matter what social media platform you use, but on YouTube, video is always key, because videos are like probably the most populated things that come up when you do a search nowadays, right? Because Google uses some analytics to where now in their SEOs, they're pulling up videos first. So you eventually want to move away from PowerPoints eventually, but it's a good way to actually put your content out there is to start out with PowerPoint if you're not video conscious and friendly. Now, the fourth thing that you want to use YouTube for, right? You are able to create engaging videos. It can be comical, it can be informative, it can be anything your heart desires, right? So you literally want to create and share content. Literally, it's that easy. You don't want to be that boring at all. You give them kind of like a short little skit, if you will. So you can actually become a mini actor or actress, literally. You also want to keep it short and to the point, because you don't want to bore them too much. So 2 to 3 minutes, first starting out. And then when you have like a product or service that you want to be more informative about, then eventually increase that, or just break it up, because you can always repurpose your videos from YouTube on different other social media platforms, believe it or not. And it gives them, things to look forward to on why they want to subscribe to your channel. Right? So you definitely want to give them short things. You also want to have a main idea or focus on exactly what your product, what your brand, what your channel is about. You definitely want to focus on it. And any social media platform, you definitely want to be yourself, right? You always want to be yourself. Have some type of, be excited about your product. Be excited about your product, about your business, about your service. You don't want to come on there and be like, yes, I'm selling, this makeup, and you just put it. You don't want to look like that at all. You actually want to be very, very excited about what it is. And also, a lot of people don't realize this, but your angle of the camera and you actually talking into the camera is very, very critical. No one wants to actually watch a video and you're down like this the whole entire time. That's why you see me try to hold up my notes, because I want to make sure I cover everything within the 5 contents, right? So you want to make sure you're actually looking into the camera, not, the back of your head. Nobody ever wants to watch somebody's back of the head, or they don't want to look at you and they having to figure out, okay, am I looking up? Am I looking down? Or sometimes you might have your camera angled and you might not know your nose is not like cleaned a little bit, well, or maybe you have something stuck in your teeth. And if you're a person like me, that would just annoy me. And I'm just like, okay, I got to switch. I can't take it anymore. That's just me, though. I'm particular about teeth. That's just me. So you definitely want to definitely have a right angle on your camera. Okay. Let's see. Make sure I covered everything. Also, be intentional on any social media platform. Use a call to action. Give them a reason on why they should be tuning in the next time, right? You definitely want them to give them an action to do, whether it's leave a comment, put a question down below, so you'll get back to them. You definitely want to make sure you leave some type of call to action. Oh, did you like this video? Anything like that. Get them engaged into why they should be actually continuously watching your videos, right? So you definitely want to do that. And also, I kind of like this now. I wasn't really using it a whole lot when I first used YouTube, but you can actually create a playlist. Literally, you can create your own playlist on your video. So say, for instance, like me, I do travel and I also do investing, right? So you actually can create a different playlist for each one so you don't confuse your audience, right? So you definitely want to separate the two, that it is two totally different types of products and services that you'll have access to, right? The last thing you really it's very important to do, and this is on any social media platform, but for definitely on YouTube, you must be consistent. If you're going to be posting a video every single day at 7 p.m., guess what? Your subscribers are going to be looking for that video at 7 p.m. all of the time. So you must be consistent on them, because once you stop posting it on a consistent basis, I'm like, I don't know when I'm gonna catch this person. They always flip-flopping their times. I'm just gonna unsubscribe because I don't have time for this. Literally, you don't want to do that at all. So you definitely want to be consistent, keep them interested, increase your engagement at all times. Okay. So the pros and cons on YouTube that I found. So the pros is you can monetize your actual channel. So yes, you can get paid to have a YouTube channel. That is actually one of the top pros I love about it, right? Not only that, you actually can engage a lot of people in a short amount of time. Again, you're reaching billions of people, right? At any given moment watching videos, because guess what? Everybody's Googling nowadays. Everybody is Googling something, and with the universal code that Google has, they're going to pull up something related to your channel. So if you have tags, and I suggest you highly use tags on any social media platform, but you want to make sure you use tags, because you are definitely going to be found that way. That's what's going to get your SEO up to the top, right? The more times that your channel is clicked, it's going to just keep moving you up and up and up. That's what I actually learned when I first developed websites. I actually had a very successful website because we were breeding dogs at that time. And literally the counter that I had on there was counting exactly how many people were clicking on there. But I also had embedded the SEO to where I know how many people were clicking in, what country they were tuning in from, and literally how many people were accessing per day. And I actually would analyze that to say, okay, what content did people really like, what people didn't like. And I would either tweak the website a little bit, or I'll make it more colorful, or I'll just get anything to catch someone's eye to say, hey, I need to come on there. And videos really helped. I used YouTube videos a lot, right? So we would video a lot of our pups that we had at that time. We would video, them playing around in the yard, they're advertising their size, because at that time people were moving away from pit bulls and going to the little small dogs. So where we had an American Bully. So ladies and gentlemen, that was actually a great way to showcase what product you had at that time. And I used the videos really from YouTube and embedded it into the website. So you can actually share the content very easily on YouTube. All right. Not only is it the second most searched engine, but it's also the third most visited, right? Everybody uses YouTube for every single thing, from fixing plumbing to learning how to build a building or something like that. Literally anything that you can think of is practically on YouTube, right? So you definitely want to make use of that. Let's see. I already said that. Shares. I already said that. Just reading over my notes, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, your content will never die. Your content will never die. Your video is there out there forever, right? Once it's on social media, it's on social media. You cannot erase that sucker, right? Again, it's no cost really to really post on and create a channel. It's literally free. You can actually monetize your channel. The next biggest thing, right? Your length of video is not capped. Now, this is kind of a give and take. If you actually, and actually this might not be all the truth, because I just uploaded a video yesterday. I had no problems, but I had another video that was a little longer and it told me I couldn't upload it. I had to actually shrink it. But literally the length of time of your video, if you streaming it live onto YouTube, is not capped. So if you want to do 4 hours, you can literally do 4 hours. You want to do 2 minutes, you can do 2 minutes. Literally, you can upload the video on there as well. But again, it's a little controversial on if the cap is limited, because I did a video yesterday that was like 46 minutes. It let me upload it, but I had another video that was an hour and it told me I had to shrink it. So may have been my internet, might have been my upload speed. I don't know. But that's the controversial thing I found. And also little censorship on YouTube. Little censorship. At most, you'll get a copyright thing. And all they'll say is, oh, you might not be able to show it in these countries or these states or whatever the case may be. But that's about all. Literally, you can do whatever you want on YouTube, right? Like literally, there was a video of some nudity, right, from YouTube. So there's little to no censorship on YouTube. Now some of the cons. You do not control who actually looks at your content at all. No one has that kind of control at all. Also, you can lose to your competitors. What does that mean? So you can have a brand. Say you were doing health and beauty. Well, a lot of other people are doing health and beauty too. So guess what? They're doing videos on why their product is better, right? They're probably going to be using the same tags that you're using. So it could be very well possible you can lose to competitors because your tag is the same tag as they're using, right? It also can go the opposite way. You can have a tag that's similar to some other company, but the content is way different. So that can actually play against you. Also, since you are being live, right, and it is to the public, you can have negative public publicity. There we can never say that word. Negative publicity that can actually hurt your business worse than you actually had before you started. Right? So you actually want to make sure that, hey, nobody's confusing you with somebody else and they put a negative review, because sometimes it's very hard to bounce back from a negative review. So you definitely want to be aware of that as well. Also, a lot of people can like your videos, watch your videos, subscribe to your channel, and actually not buy into your product or service. We don't have any control over that. They might say, yeah, it was valuable, but, I don't know, I want to see how you do, or I want to see if it works for you before I may do that. And then they'll turn around and go to somebody else. That's just nature of the beast. That's human nature. So you don't have any control of that. Also, there's no guarantees that they're actually going to put into your business, right? A lot of people, they just find it entertaining to watch your channel. That's probably all. Right? Especially if you do good enough graphics, good enough videos, got lighting, good angles and things like that, they might just find you entertaining. So that's why, again, you want to take advantage on, if you can monetize your channel, you want to monetize your channel, right? And you want to understand what it's going to take to actually monetize your channel. And that kind of will weed out that part, if you will. All right. And then also the very last thing is, oh, I already said that though. Oh, the branding. Branding, it can be a little confusing, especially if you're on multiple social media platforms and your channel is somewhat showing your brand one way, and say maybe Facebook is showing your brand a different way. It actually can confuse people on that. So you don't have any control over that whatsoever. That's why I try to be consistent on all platforms with the type of maybe graphics I put up, or type of videos and things like that, so that no one's confused on what my content or what my channel is about. So that's pretty much the cons of it. As you can see, the pros surely outweighs the cons, right? So you definitely want to make use of YouTube at any option you can, because again, it is the second largest used social media platform. Google, right? The universal coding and analytics ties everything in. The minute they type into Google, right, videos are usually going to be the very first thing that pops up. So you want to make sure you have a channel that's very catchy, right? You want to slowly invest into making good videos. Right now, it's no cost associated to it to create a video on a YouTube channel at all. It's no cost. You can actually come out and monetize your channel if you want, especially if you want to outweigh some of the cons on how people can get you confused with somebody else, or use the same tag as you and may go to the other competitor. At least your subscribers are up enough to where you actually are getting money in return. So that's some of the pros, that's some of the cons, and that's why YouTube definitely is a good social media platform to definitely market your business onto. You definitely should create one onto there, and that would basically end it for that, as far as why you want to network market on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. Yesterday, if you caught me, I did Facebook and Instagram, right? Tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, I am going to be talking about LinkedIn, right? The most slept on app of all, because everybody think LinkedIn is only concerned with getting jobs. No, ladies and gentlemen, you can use that as another network marketing tool for your business, ladies and gentlemen. So I will be going over that tomorrow. I want to thank you all for tuning in, right, and sticking on to the very end to exactly find out how you can actually make use of YouTube. Tomorrow, you definitely want to tune in and find out how you can use LinkedIn to your advantage, to your business, right? So thank you all so much. I hope you all got some value out of this, and I hope you all would join me again tomorrow at the same time, 7 p.m. Pacific time, which is 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will catch you all later. Have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.